What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We finally got everything we need to do the rear trailing arm on the CRX build. I think we do. And today I am going to button up the whole rear end of the car so we can finally bleed the brakes out. So we have a tune day coming up here real soon, and my tuner Jeremy is coming down from Hawaii, and we have like 6 cars of ours that needs to be tuned. And of those 6 cars, one of it is the KRX, and I'm crossing fingers that the red one is going to be the second car of mine that's going to be getting tuned. And then we have Joe, Tyga, Paco, Cat, and Jesus Christ himself. I did a lot of things off camera, and the engine bay itself is like almost there. The only thing I need here in the engine bay, guys, is an intake. If you guys remember a couple videos ago, I couldn't do my rear trailing arms because these inserts are for EF trailing arms, and the DAs are bigger. So I put an order in. I was waiting for it to come in, and it finally did yesterday. And then we have the front sway bar bushing that goes onto the subframe, and my Rebesto rear brake pads finally showed up today as well. So today's goal is to do the rear trailing arm, or at least in this video I want to fully get the rear trailing arms installed into the car. Brake lines, got the rotors, both trailing arms are right there, and I'm pretty much ready to rock and roll. Also, guys, I did button up the front suspension. I mentioned it in the other video where I got the Stop Tech rotors right here installed. We got the hawk pads. We painted the caliper graphite matte gray, and pretty much button up everything there. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the calipers for the rear. I'm gonna scrub it down and paint those as well too before we assemble everything once we do the trailing arm bushings. Not the safest way to do it, but I was not planning to sit with my butter knife trying to cut through this rubber, so I'm just gonna burn it out. And guys, do this with caution because, you know what I'm saying, all the dry dead grass. I have it in the stainless steel can right here to kind of keep it under control, but this is gonna take forever, I think. Maybe not. Bruh, this thing is taking forever. It's been like 2 minutes. And I mean, the rubber is soft. I can punch my butter knife right through it. Easy peasy. Right? Now, what's going on? Don't worry, guys. Got my bucket of water. Bruh. It bent my butter knife. What in the world? Like butter. Like butter. Look at this. Fall off the bone right here. Check this out. The wishbone. Fall off the bone. Ooh. Fall off the bone, boy. Alright, guys, so rear trailing arm bushings for the DA is 3364, and this is the Prothane black version. There is a red one. I'm gonna do this first trailing arm with the press. Normally I do this with like a little homemade device, but because I already have the press out here, I might as well use it. I did press the race back in because it'll be easier to do it with it on the trailing arm already, instead of pressing it on and then trying to press it back onto the trailing arm itself, because then you destroy the bushing itself, or at least the bushing lip. I did wire wheel this a little bit to make it nice and smooth. Same goes for the wishbone. They provide you 2 of these formula for lubrication. Just go ahead and dab the inside here a little bit. The more the merrier, but it becomes a mess because it is super sticky. Pretty simple. Voila. Wishbone, pretty simple. Lubricate the inside. lubricate the bone itself. Now there are two sides to this wishbone. You can see this side is longer and this one is short. The shorter one faces outside, towards the outside of the car. The long side faces inside. You can use the press or you can just shove it in there like so. Trailing on number 1, trailing on number 2. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my rear calipers and scrub them up to get them all nicely painted to match the fronts. A little scrubbing and they all kind of came out gold a little bit there, but I'm still going to paint it. The gold looks nice, but I'm going to paint it. So I saw this on YouTube the other day, or actually on Instagram, and it's pretty clever. Grab this. I'm gonna grab this. Let me set it up real quick. Yo, check this out. Take 2. You just really got to go slow with it, not full force, because the blade will cut through the tape. But this is one way to do it. And then when you're ready to use it, there it is. I'm going to assemble one trailing arm right now. Quickly run through this. So I just got everything painted. I did like 2 heavy coats on all of the caliper and brackets. Got everything taped up that I don't want painted. Right side R. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press this piston all the way in using one of these little special tools right here. I'm sure there's a lot of easier ways to do it, but I've had this in my drawer like forever. So pretty much use a 3/8 and just turn it until it bottoms out, because we are using brand new pads. Covering the back side because fluid may leak out of here. Don't want to make a mess. If we need to adjust more, we will. Brand new blank rotors. Thank you, Ricky. They are not rotational. I'm going to clean this first. Make sure you guys line up the rotor to bolt the screw down right there. These brackets and calipers are labeled R and L, left and right, but the rear bracket are the same. This is the rear bracket. Put these little retaining clips back in. There's 2 of them. Caliper has his own clip as well too. Easy install, just presses in. Just like that. Rear bracket bolts on with 14mm bolts. Got some Rebesto brake pads, nothing fancy. And the fronts are Hawks. Cute little pads. I do not remember which side goes where. But the one without the clip goes in the front. And then caliper should slide on just like that. Got our fresh brake lines. Need one of this and 2 crush washers. Which way does this go? Okay guys, so I got both rear trailing arms with the new parts installed. Brake lines and brake cables are installed. This would actually be the first drive ever. No brakes, but the e-brake works really good. All right, let's flip this car around. God damn. I'm just gonna go around the block. Not bad. I think I pretty much set off every alarm in the neighborhood. I can still hear like 2 going off. But this steering wheel, boy, was I hitting this thing every turn I was taking. But not bad for the first drive around the block with no brakes. I'm probably not going to install the trailing arms today because I think while I take off these trailing arms, I'm going to utilize the space to drop the fuel tank so we can put the Walbro 255 in it. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and take off all the wheels, and we're going to start taking off the rear trailing arms and probably get started on the fuel tank. First things first, I'm going to remove the mud guards because I'm so used to seeing it not on the car. And before you guys ask me, CRX mudguards still sells new on eBay, because that's where I got mine, and I don't even think these are CRXs anyways. I got both trailing arms removed, right? Gone, gonzo. But damn, boy, this is what happens when the car doesn't move for a very long time. A lot of black widow eggs everywhere. Oh my god, what is that? Man, got a whole damn village down here, boy. Look at that. Look at that freaking cockroach freaking swinging around like a wrecking ball on them webs. Yeah. My brake cleaner fire action ain't gonna work down here, boy. I'm gonna burn the whole damn car down. It's like 1019. Just wired up the Walbro with a stock filter because I don't have an aftermarket one, but this ran perfectly fine before upgrading to the bigger pump. I so happened to found a plug in my electrical box, and I just soldered in some terminals, ring terminals. These are ring terminals. I don't know why. I soldered the ends of these guys right here to make sure they don't slip out, so that's extra secure on top of the crimp. And I think I'm just going to button up the fuel pump tonight since I was able to find everything and do it. So it's going to sit a little weird than the OEM pump position, which is a weird filter, right? And as long as I keep it more than a quarter tank, I think I'll be all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and just reinstall everything, guys, and we'll continue tomorrow. Haven't been able to record much. The fire department has been here for about 4 hours now. We'll resume in just a minute. Fire department's still out here doing their thing, but I'm gonna install the LCA and this 50 tie bar from Skunk 2. So I already installed one of the rear trailing arm over there, everything bolted up, and I haven't done this side yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get back up and get all the bolts. Pull this bolt back out real quick. And to install a 50 tie, it comes with its own bolt, this long guy, and a spacer. The spacer goes on the back side like so. Bolt goes in. everything is going in loosely until I preload everything. So same thing on this side. LCA. Lightly. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the RTA on the driver's side. So when I install trailing arms, I do the front toe first, and that'll be this guy right here, and the toe is this arm up in the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first real quick. The reason why I do this one first is because I can move the trailing arm up and down, so I can put a gun on here and shoot it in, leaving it loose because I can fit a hand wrench on here when everything's preloaded. Then I can lock it down. So right now I'm going to go ahead and do the camber arm. Loose. And then I can do trailing arms, which are these 17s right here. That goes up to this guy, right there. The last thing to do here, guys, is the brake line right here. All you gotta do is thread it into the stock hard line from the body, right? You gotta make sure you thread it first, right? Thread it. When you buy new stainless line kits, to give you a new circlip, you just go ahead and insert that there, press it in. That'll lock the brake line in place. Also, I don't know if I've shown this in a different video, but you can see the clarity of the CRX through the reflection, right? And I clear coated the gas cap the other day, and look at the difference. I just installed the EBrake cable right there. It's got the 2-bolt, the bracket in this little bracket. Right now it's adjusted out, and I am using the DA EBrake cable, and it is a little bit longer. It will still work, and all I had to do was I looped it right here behind the toe. I kind of looped it this way, and then it routes like back over here, and I got to do some more adjustments to it, but I'm going to adjust it more when I bleed the brakes out. So you can see right now, freely spinning, and when I pick it up, locked. So I'm going to adjust it some more so it's not super high to lock the rear disc. I kind of want it somewhere right here ish, and like I said, we'll do that after we bleed it out. So right now I'm gonna bleed it out with some .4, and that's all I got. And I'm not gonna show you guys that process because it is time consuming, because I don't have a pump. I know everybody stresses about me not having one of those pump bleeders or air bleeders. I've always done it manually, and it's always worked every single time. But it takes longer because I gotta pump, hold, and then I gotta bleed it myself. So I'm gonna knock that real quick. I'll tell you guys what, the brakes stop really hard. I can't see anything. Even with these cheap springs, I can feel the car stiffness after the bushing upgrades. Watch the chair. Oh. And the e-brake is awesome too, look. First gear. Doesn't even go anywhere. I think our brake system could use a little touch up. I'm gonna have to call my boy Evan, but for now it's really good. Check this out. That's not good. Guys, check this out. Everything moves together. So we finally got the brake system all situated, guys. It probably needs a little touch up on adjusting the brakes. I'm probably gonna call my buddy Evan to come out here and help me with the brake system, because he's really good with it. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Like, the front has literally almost everything new, and almost meaning the rack and pinion's still old, and the inner rods are shot. But we have the DA front rotors with the DA knuckles, the DA calipers. We have the StopTech slotted 10-3 rotor, Hawk HP Plus pads, stainless steel brake lines, new ball joints, new wheel bearing, new upper adjustable control arms, but we still have the stock bushings to the chassis itself. And the rear, we have the DA rear disc brake. We got new disc, new pads. We got stainless steel brake lines, semi-used LCAs, trailing arm bushings, camber arms. The only thing stock still is the toe arm, which is non-adjustable, but I can already feel the difference from the first drive to the suspension mods. It feels totally different. Now I can't wait to install the Strong 2 Pro C's, which are still in my brother's car. And I think what's next for this car is pretty much the exhaust system as soon as my flange comes in. So I am going to wrap the video right here, guys. It's been a long 4 days in the making of this video, because in the next video you guys are going to be watching, we spent all day yesterday making that video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But we finally finished the suspension and the brake setup for the CRX. So if you guys enjoyed the progress update on the KRX build, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for everything else to come after this, because our tune date is around the corner, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.